When we look at this photograph, we don't just see machines and soldiers, we see a moment frozen in time. A moment where the sound of engines, the weight of fear, and the quiet rhythm of daily life collide in one place. It is 1968, near Chu Lai, Vietnam. Rows of M113 armored personnel, carriers and M48 Patton tanks stand in formation, their engines growling, their steel bodies cutting into the red earth. Soldiers in green fatigues sit on the turrets, lean against the guns, and move between the vehicles. Some laugh and talk with friends, trying to mask the storm inside their hearts. Some strip off their shirts in the humid heat, sweat glistening on their backs. Others stare silently into the distance, their minds far from the battlefield, back home, with wives, children, and families waiting in a world untouched by war. And then, there is the contrast, the quiet presence of the villagers. Vietnamese civilians in conical hats walk carefully between the armored giants. They carry buckets of water and small bundles, their faces weary but steady. To them, this was just another day of survival. To the soldiers, it was the uneasy calm before the fight. This single photograph captures the clash between ordinary life and extraordinary danger. Around the machines of war, there is still the pulse of humanity, a mother carrying water, a child watching from a distance, a farmer moving through the dust. Life continued, even with the shadow of war towering above it. For the soldiers, this moment was a pause. Soon they would move out, into the jungles, into the ambushes, into battles that might claim their lives. Some of the men in this picture would never return. They knew it. And yet they sat there, hiding their fear with jokes, cigarettes, or silence. Because courage in war was not the absence of fear. It was carrying that fear and moving forward anyway. For the villagers, it was survival. Their homes stood in the middle of a battlefield they did not choose. They lived in the same soil where bombs fell, where tanks rolled, and where strangers with rifles marched through their streets. They carried on with what life demanded, fetching water, feeding families, tending to the fields, because they had no choice. This image is not just about soldiers and machines. It is about people. It is about the way war forces lives together, lives that never asked to meet. A boy from Kansas, a mother from Chu Lai, a farmer, a sergeant, a child, all bound to the same moment in history, all touched by the same war. When we look at this photo, we are reminded that war is never just about armies. It is about every human being caught in its path. Behind every soldier is a family. Behind every villager is a story. And in the silence between battles, life still goes on, even in the shadow of tanks and the echo of gunfire. This picture is not only history. It is a warning, and it is a lesson that peace, once lost, is paid for with lives and memories that never fade.